East of England Minister Barbara Follett said a big thank you today to some unsung heroes. Staff from local authorities, the Highways Agency and local contractors helped spread thousands of tonnes of grit and salt on our roads during the recent cold snap.
Now, you'll know, if you've been watching Anglia this week, that obesity has been in the news again, with new concerns about the help on offer to people who need to lose weight.
A solution, definitely not for the faint-hearted, but which could provide the answer for some people trying to get slimmer, is now on offer in the region. Neil Bradford has been finding out all about it.
There are less dramatic ways to stay fit.
Let's go!
But arguably none this exhilarating. This is an American-style boot camp deep in the Norfolk countryside.
Okay, listen in. Course, we'll jump feet together. Please! Good. Okay.
Using military training techniques, the residential courses offer a different approach to fitness and weight loss. Ex-Navy trainer Ronnie Hughes from Luton says it's as much about mental training as it is physical.
If you feel good on the outside, you feel good on the inside. And it works vice versa, though, because in the your body won't do anything your mind won't let it do. Okay, so you've got to tell people that the most important must be exercise is your mind, above anything. So as soon as you can tap into people's mind, the rest follows.
Pull up.
Today it's mostly journalists taking part, but in the months to come the week-long course will be adapted to target specific groups, including those with weight problems.
We are going to take specific groups of people who probably wouldn't come along to one of our normal camps. So, for instance, people who are seriously overweight, we will group them together and we will give them the opportunity to come along. Teenagers who haven't exercised, we'll be doing seniors. We won't obviously beast them quite as much as we're doing here. They'll get it gentle, but they can still get the benefits of getting into exercising.
Meals are restricted to carefully calorie-controlled portions. Combined with the gruelling exercise regime, it's the combination many participants believe they need.
We don't actually feel very, very hungry. I think it's because we've been working so hard that somehow it's suppressed our appetite, but it's fine for the moment. Ask me later on when it's dinner time.
It really does motivate you, and it, you know, like I said, it really proves something to yourself. It changes you.
I think it's a really extreme way for people to lose weight if that's their aim. I think it has to be more than that.
I'm trying.
Well, believe it or not, this is actually one of the more fun parts of the boot camp, as well as motivating the members to get fit. There's also team-building exercises. This type of fitness regime made famous in America is not new to the UK, but those behind Combat Boot Camp claim it's the first residential course in the region. They're attracting plenty of interest, but tough love will certainly not be the answer for everyone. Neil Bradford, Anglia News, Thetford Forest.
Some brave people there. I'd actually quite like to have a go at that. But
Yes,
maybe if it was
kind of.
summer, the sun was shining and part of it was just walking through the nice woods there.
And also, what's his name? Ronnie Hughes, the lead trainer. If he wasn't there as well, I think I'd do very much exactly what he said at the precise time. He was very scary man, wasn't he?
I have to say, some rather fit-looking people there as well. Weight being a hot topic at the moment, of course, and in particular, whether the NHS should be paying more to treat people who have severe weight problems. It's certainly something that's got you talking.
Yeah, we asked for your emails. We got through a few on yesterday's programme, but loads more as well have joined the debate now. Let's just have a few of them.
This really drives me up the wall, says Alan Plester in Great Yarmouth. The people who continually binge on food do so at their own risk. Why on earth we should help them is beyond comprehension.
Well, Debbie Webb fights back, saying, why do people automatically assume that all obese people are fat through their own self-indulgence? I have a thyroid problem and I bitterly resent being lectured to about my weight.
Richard Barton from Norfolk weighs 32 stone. He says, I have arthritis in both knees and severe depression. Norfolk Health Authority refused me the operation, saying I'm not ill enough.
Really interesting, these ones. Now, here's one from Amy Jane from Cambridge, who makes the point that obesity costs the NHS billions each year, so they could save money by giving this surgery early on. Interesting thought there.
Fiorella Abachi in Jaywick has had a gastric band fitted, but writes, I couldn't get any help here, so I paid all my life savings to have a band fitted abroad. However, this was the wrong surgery for me. I'm waiting to see if I can get funding to have the band removed.
Now, Stan thinks divert the savings to things like cancer. People with internal diseases need all the help available.
And finally, to Claire in Fakenham. A lot of the things the NHS have to treat are self-inflicted, from smoking to alcohol and drugs. The list is endless. I hope I can bring my son up, she says, to show compassion towards all, not just to the ones some people say deserve it.
Thank you very much for all those emails, as ever. We absolutely love getting them. Now then, hedgehogs are officially Britain's best-loved wild animal, but it seems they're not coping very well this winter.
No, in fact, a wildlife park in Cambridgeshire says it's had more rescues brought in this winter than at any time over the last 20 years. Kate Prout reports.
Snuffling for something to eat. But a hedgehog out in the daytime should ring alarm bells. Fortunately, these characters have found a safe home at Shepreth Wildlife Park's Hedgehog Hospital.
If a hedgehog's out at night, leave it alone. But what happens is a lot of these guys were found out during the day trying to find food, which is obviously highly unnatural for a hedgehog, being a completely nocturnal species. So obviously at that point they're very, very unusual. So that's when we say to bring them down. A lot of these guys also were very, very dehydrated, very, very poorly conditioned. So it means that they don't curl up in a ball, they're very flat, they look very lifeless. So that's when they need help as well.
The problem is not actually the cold, but the mild winters. The babies are being born later in the year, around August, and then they're just too small. Hedgehogs need to be a minimum 600 grams in weight to sustain their hibernation period. Some of those brought to Shepreth weighed as little as 150 grams and would not have survived if left in the wild. They can be prickly customers when they put their mind to it. Did you know a hedgehog can run as fast as a human can walk? Well, if you do manage to catch one that needs help, feed it a meat-based cat or dog food, no milk, and then provide it lots of warmth. Vets should check out wild animals for free, which is probably a good idea. And then by March or April, you can release them back into the wild.
Some people may question why you'd want to spend so much time and effort on looking after the hedgehogs. Well, their numbers actually are in decline because of road traffic accidents, destroying their habitat and milder winters. And actually, when it comes down to it, how cute is he?
Costing around £15 a day each to fatten up, the park is always looking for donations of cat food. So why not help give a hedgehog a home this winter? Kate Prout, Anglia News, Shepreth in Cambridgeshire.
You rather like those, don't you?
Kate is so right, they are very cute. £15 a day?
Fillet steak kind of stuff. Is that what we're feeding them? Right, let's see what's coming up on the national news. It's in a couple of minutes from now.
On tonight.
With that in a couple of minutes from now. Now, the weather. What did we say it was today? In your description, it would have been miserable, horrible, disgusting.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was very grey for lots
nice.
of us. No,
we're desperately hoping that it's going to be making its way now towards spring. Yeah. It doesn't feel like that at the moment.
Don't hold your breath this weekend. Here's all the details with Rachel Mackley. Spring's not quite here then, is it?
Not quite, is it, unfortunately? Now, if you were looking at our hedgehog report earlier on and thinking, how do I get in touch with it? Don't get in touch with us. Get in touch with the Shepreth Wildlife Park.
And that's all from us. Have a very lovely weekend. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.